So now we're gonna mount the device. So we're gonna mount it over by the landing gear. We just need to find the first I-beam here that we can mount it to. I'm gonna install mine right over the landing gear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill out 2 mounting holes right over the beam here. And we're gonna use the middle holes here. We're just gonna mark them and then we're gonna drill through. So we'll come through. Now we have our marks. So we're going to center our number 19 drill bit right over our marks, and we're going to go all the way through. Alright, so now we're going to mount our device using our pen studs. We're going to insert our pen studs to the front of the beam. And our device will be mounted on the back side of the beam going towards the rear of the trailer. So we're going to go ahead and mount our device over. And just using our number 9 millimeter socket set, we're going to tighten this down.
You said 9 millimeter?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now we're going to connect our 12-pin plug to our device. We're just going to add a dab of dielectric grease right over our pins. We're going to go ahead and connect it. There we go. Nice and secure. So now we're going to add a service loop on our harness. We'll be doing that by spooling up our harness and adding a zip tie. Alright, so now we're going to add our P-clamp to secure our harness onto the cross member. And we're going to be using a self-tapping screw, and with the number 8 millimeter socket, I'm going to secure it down. Now we're going to fish our harness down towards the 7-way, utilizing the same channel guard as the existing factory wire. So we'll still follow the existing factory wiring. Now, depending on the year, make, and model of the trailer, the wiring could go to the left or to the right. So on this particular trailer, we're going to follow the factory existing wiring. It actually shoots over to the right and goes through a channel guard here. Now for the channel guard, I'm going to be using the fish tape. We'll push it through from the nose of the trailer towards the back. So now we're going to be pushing our fish line. You can either run it through one of the existing wiring holes or the airlines. In this case, we're going to be using the airlines, since the airlines has more room for us to run our wire through. Move out the other end. There we go. This way. And we're going to tape up our harness onto our fish tip and pull it through. Alright, now we're going to run our harness up and through the access hole and then up into the 7-way. So continue to follow the existing wiring. So there's always little channel guards you want to continue following. We don't want any excess wire hanging down. It could get damaged. So now we're gonna move any zip ties so we can run our wires up. We're removing our 7-way box here. So now we're gonna remove our plate. We're gonna push our harness through and remove the existing holes. So now we're going to cut our harness down the side. So we want to leave enough length to make our connections, but not enough excessive wire so it doesn't allow us to reconnect our 7-way. So we're going to go ahead and cut this down to about 8 inches long. And once that is done, then we're going to go ahead and peel back about 6 to 8 inches of shielding from our harness. So the wires that we're going to be utilizing here are going to be the 2 white wires, our brown wire, and our blue wire. These other 3 wires, we're not going to be utilizing them, but we're going to stagger cut them to make sure that they don't touch and create a short somewhere. So we'll stagger cut these. And then tape them up. We're gonna cut our blue and brown wires to about 2 inches in length to accommodate for our fuses. So now we're gonna prep our fuses to make our connections. So we're gonna strip about 1/2 inch off of each side of the fuse. Then we're gonna add butt connectors to one end of each fuse holder. And on the other end of the fuse holders, we're going to be adding ring terminals. So now we're going to prep our harness here. So we're going to strip 1/2 inch on the blue, brown, and the 2 white wires. Only the blue and brown wires are going to get fused. On our 2 white wires, we want to make sure that both white wires are twisted together. And then we add a ring terminal to it. We want to make sure that the 2 white wires are secure. And then we're going to add a fuse holder to each blue and brown wire. And now we're going to seal our connection using a heat source. So now we're going to make our connections. So our connections are color coded. So the 2 white wires are going to go with the white wire off of our trailer. Brown wire is going to go to the brown wire, which is going to be marker running lights. And then blue wire is going to go to our blue wire off of our trailer, which is going to be our ABS/aux. So we're going to do one at a time. We'll start with the white wire. And then make sure to route your wires accordingly. Do not make your connections over the 7-pin. And then finally our blue wire. So now we want to make sure that our wires are routed securely and away from the 7-pin. We want to make sure that we don't pinch any wires as we secure the plates back on. So make sure there's no connections here right over these little bends. Then we're going to go ahead and add our plate over this. I'm going to secure it back on. And now we're going to secure our harness to the existing wiring. We're going to reattach those zip ties we cut off earlier. Cut off any excess zip tie. There you go. And now we completed our install.